Hey guys, I'm here. We are back for episode 7 of season 3 of Stargirl. We are past our halfway point now, and I really hope that the mystery starts to unfold a little bit more. And I think we got a little bit of a clue when we panned down to the person that has been monitoring all these surveillance cameras and stuff, that's got their eyes on everybody. I think it's Dr. Boats. I think at the end of the day, it's definitely the direction I think it's heading. Though I do wish that with that in mind that we would have tied into that a little more throughout these episodes, because it just feels like it does come out of left field unless you're reaching all the way back into season 2 when that was kind of barely alluded to. But I think they'll thread that back in a little bit because otherwise I don't know what's going on, man. The whole stuff with Cindy, with Courtney, the JSA and all that, and everything just blowing up, it was emotional. Everybody was rocked to their core. Everybody's just been frustrated, and I get it. All sides, but I do think, again, that Rick and Yolanda, I think they need to relax a little bit because they've been a little much this season. But I hope it all comes together. You know, Starman Sylvester is giving great advice now to Courtney, and I'm hoping that they can rein things in and figure this whole thing out. But with that said, guys, we're going ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. It is in watch-along format. You just sync up your own footage with a time code, save a reaction to the entire episode. You also get the same thing for all the other shows we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, try to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel. But of course, I know never can do that, and a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way with helping the channel grow here on YouTube. And we're almost at 40K. I'm hoping we could get there by the end of the year. That would be fantastic. So if you're new, if you tune in for the first time, or maybe you've been a long-time lurker, I hope if you enjoyed this reaction, maybe you'll consider hitting that subscribe button and sticking around for more. With that said, guys, let's go ahead and strap into episode 7. Here we go.
Did you know that Todd Rice has a sister?
He's out there somewhere. I know he needs my help. Maybe he's looking for me too.
Well, I mean, there you go, man. Like, a majority of this previously on was involving Jenny and her search for her brother. Man, that's what that's what kind of bothers me about, like, you know, doing a proper whodunit, like a proper whodunit, is having like the clues threaded in towards the narrative up until this point. And aside from the cutaway and the roar and the mystery figure in the sewers, you know, none of that's really been there. It's all just been a wild goose chase. Nothing has linked back to this, so it's all like we're just front-loading it now in the middle of the season rather than setting it up naturally.
Todd.
Come on, this way.
Oh.
Where are we?
Civic City.
Todd.
That same moment. Okay. See what he was actually up to while she was
Danny, if we're caught, we're
hitting the road. Some steak and some wine. Sounds like a good time to me. Aw. Got him a bus ticket to go look for his sister, so they're both looking for each other. Oh, that's nice. That's sweet. I just know that he is a person called Obsidian, or that he goes by Obsidian. Which, just based on the name alone, I'm wondering, because, like, we found out when she was introduced that she's kind of like, she is her own lantern. Like, she doesn't need to charge the ring because her body produces that charge. It produces that light. And it can purify. Oh. So I wonder if she is that light. Is he, like, the opposite? But his eyes have the lantern glow. And man, CW and this broadcast, the audio is fritzing so hard, man. Oh, are they like a yin and yang of one another? Like +1 minus. Yeah, look at him. Look at his eyes now. Oh. And now I don't know what Obsidian's powers are, but I know Obsidian's a black rock. So she's light, he's shadow. That would be interesting. But I don't know why her finding the ring would trigger anything in him.
go.
Well, that's another thing. The Shade, last time we saw him, his powers had like this green spark that came out of it. And the Jenny was used to help find the Shade the last time. So like, I wonder if the Shade is connected to these two in more ways than we thought.
Rice.
How do they know his name already?
Relax. You're not after your buddy. You are Todd Rice, yeah?
Are they with the Institute? Yep, there it is. How do they know he was there? That's eerie. I still hope I'm somewhat right that, like, the gambler's daughter's involved in this somehow.
How do you know me?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Friends of ours, of Helix. It's a place for youth such as yourself. Troubled youth, special youth.
Is she like on a roller? Because that doesn't look like she's walking anymore.
So,
But kind of like that Terminator glide.
I know that he's dead.
Of course.
Wait, oh shit, Seth Green's in this episode?
Your father was the Green
Oh.
Lantern.
Keith David.
What is all
Hell
this?
yeah, man. There it is. There's that Keith David voice.
You see, I understand what it is
Whoa.
to be different, Mr. Rice. But different can be good.
Dude. Hell yeah, man. I still wish they would have set this up more. But fuck it. We're here. Chapter 7. Infinity Inc. Part 1. Damn it. I know that's a comic or a group, but I'm not familiar with it. I've heard that name before, though.
Perhaps a 5 would suffice.
Quite welcome. One wing coming up.
Oh, for God's sakes, Pat, can you...
Oh, right. They're trying to act casual despite knowing that they're being actively spied on right now.
It's great. You know, this whole situation reminds me of my granddad in the case of the stolen Studebaker.
You know, if somebody was actively watching them all the time, sure, all of this would sound and look real out of place.
Hi, Mom. I called to tell Maria not to schedule you for so many late shifts. And do you know what she said? This is the first late shift you've done all month.
Oh, no.
What have you been doing at night, Yolanda? Who have you been with?
God damn it. I'm gonna fucking lose my shit, man.
Maybe it was better Sharp found the cameras first. You know what I'm saying? Considering he was murdered for it. Let's focus on the mission, okay?
That's a good point. Had Beth found it first, she probably would have been, and that would be the murder everybody would have been investigating.
You guys did the prayer thing?
What?
Wow.
You are going straight
And
to
somehow-
Father Thomas tomorrow, Yolanda. I am tired of your lies and your deceit. Yolanda.
I'm tired of your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up.
Days prior. Now, we don't know who took it. We couldn't see who was driving it. But there it was in all its glory on Maple Avenue.
He's trying real hard, man, to beat the timer.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, we're shutting down the power to the whole city. Thank you, crackling ass audio. CW, fix your shit.
Let's do this.
Beth has no idea how long until the power comes back. So we find the cameras.
Take them down.
You know, it could be on a generator with a router plugged into it because it doesn't need... I mean, it wouldn't need active internet connection to have an active LAN network open for access, but nope, this is, he's tapped into something else. All right, so my guess is that's Obsidian here on behalf of Bones, maybe looking for Jenny.
Wonder what Courtney thinks.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if she still even wants to be Stargirl.
You know she does, Rick.
See, nobody's even around, just Beth, and he's still being a dickhead.
And it wasn't the Shade, the Crocks, Dragon King, or Cindy Burman.
That's one way to get it.
Did you turn over your hourglass just for that?
I don't have to anymore. Took off the limiter, now it works 24/7. Watch this.
Oh no, man. Rick.
I never have to worry about time running out on me again. Let's move. I am...
Oh man, that juicing going to his head, it's going to fucking flip a switch, dude.
Hey, Starman's not the one who recruited him.
Maybe that's all I was supposed to do, Pat. Get them started.
I don't think you believe that any more than I do.
Pat? What's happening?
Oh! Yeah, man, it's Obsidian. No, Shade!
I don't need the staff. I need Courtney Whitmore.
Dude, I love the Shade, man.
Beth didn't find any in my bedroom, thank God, but I'm checking just to make sure.
The American dream is clear, and I'm hitting the rest of Main Street now.
Oh, can you check the church too?
Wow, they're going all over town tearing these things down.
I am old enough to live my own life, and if you love me, you'll trust me.
Trust you. After everything you've done.
Fuck off.
Give me your phone right this minute. Or get out of this house.
Bye? Where the hell are we? Freddy's boiler room?
You found Todd?
Where is he?
Is that present day or was that a flashback?
Upstairs? Where are we?
We're at that Helix Institute.
Oh.
For troubled youth.
Wow. Okay, never mind. Then who is that watching? Is that Bones? I mean, the puzzle could be a dead giveaway, but I wouldn't think he'd be doing the actual dirty work himself.
My ring was corrupted by the Shade's shadows, and now the darkness is leaking into it.
Your light is leaking into my darkness.
Okay, well, I think we just got
Your peanut butter's in my chocolate.
Butter and chocolate.
Thank you, Pat.
Jenny needs to exorcise the darkness from her ring to shut off the link between the light and the dark.
Then I can help Todd.
Yes, and I don't care about any of that.
These kids need help.
Oh, when don't they? And why is it always my problem? No, it was amusing at first.
I love the shadow, the lighting there for him.
Let's go upstairs and get your brother.
I think the darkness, the connection to them in the Shadowlands has more to do with her connection to her brother than it does to that corruption.
6 months and it's only gotten worse.
Dude.
We need to be more aggressive with the treatment before we lose control.
They're exposing him to light, which is interesting. Ah, man, I just want to know what's going on. Oh no, what the fuck did they wish for this time?
Yes! Wish granted.
They wished for all the cameras, didn't they?
Not the right ones.
Oh my god.
I was really
Stop
specific this time.
using this pen!
Kind of went to her head. She kept referring to herself as a master sorceress wrapped in the belt of dwarven kind. Whatever the hell. Every fiber of your being, and with all of your heart. So much that it has to come true.
I hope that's true because fuck this pen, man.
Courtney and Pat couldn't have just vanished.
I know. So where are they?
I'm surprised Crusher and Paula haven't barged in over here to check on their neighbors. Wait, is that them? Oh no, it's Yolanda. I noticed the hair curls from the silhouette.
I had nowhere else to go.
I want to punch her mom in the throat. God damn it.
Come on, let's go.
All right, what the fuck does Snorty McCocaine over here want to... Jesus, Rick.
What? I need to flex. It feels good.
Man, this kicked in quick. Then again, he's been running this thing like nonstop since he took the limiter off.
Wait. Your brother is down there.
How do you know that?
I'm not sure.
The shadow. He's linked to the shadow. She's linked to the light. They are intertwined.
Let's get him out of here.
No, you can't. If you take me out of this room, I'll destroy the world.
Well, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, is the exposure to the light containing the shadow oozing out of him? Ooh. Oh, there it is. Ooh. Yeah, that looks familiar now, actually. What the hell? Oh, they're not in the Shadowlands, are they? Damn, that was crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Obsidian, but I recognize the visual of the character from, I have to assume from the last time I looked him up, because I don't recall him too much from like the comics or anything I've seen. But yeah, man, there's something Jade did. Well, it's not even something Jade did. I think Jade's just, because of her connection to her brother, was drawn to the darkness in a way, or whatever that connection is that they have, that the ring activates in each of them. Like, she charges the ring, but the ring, when she uses it, triggers something in her brother that causes him to go shadow nuts, it seems like. And I don't know if that's because her ring got infected, but it did that the first time, before she ever touched that goo that came from Eclipso. So I don't know. I got a lot of questions about that, but I guess the only other person that could be observing them in that underground facility or whatever has to be Dr. Bones himself. Now he's doing the little puzzle of a skull, so I guess that's like right up straight and center him. But we actually got to see him, and he looks pretty wild, man. Looks wicked. Plus Keith David's voice. Oh, I love Keith David. I love the sound of his voice. I can listen to him endlessly. And the effects for him sound great. Any excuse to have the shade back into play is also fun. Yolanda and Courtney are going to have to, face this thing down between one another soon, now that she's living with them. And I was just thinking that too. I was like, with the way her mom and her family just in general has been, I was like, I know that any one of these people that in the JSA would happily take her in if she got kicked out of her house. Because fuck that place and fuck her family. Everybody but her brother. Jesus. Yeah, man. I'm glad that she's there, at least. Rick, though, he is juicing, roiding hard. I remember, because I asked, I was like, I don't know, it's got to have a limiter for a reason, and I know there is repercussions for going beyond the limits, but I didn't know exactly what they were, and some people clarified in the comments that Hourman limits it for for that time limit, and because overuse, he kind of rages out. It starts to affect his mind and stuff like that. Like, the power really starts to make him lose control. And we're seeing that with him. Very much steroids inspired, it seems like. And he's just flexing and breaking and punching and roaring at everything. And Beth's like, dude, what the fuck? I like the episode. I like the tone. I like the vibe, especially with everybody trying to clear themselves of these cameras while they trigger this power outage to take down the system while they try to figure things out. I like the episode. My only problem is my hang up still about them just kind of dropping this in the middle of the season with little to no setup throughout. Like, the whole gist of the first half of the season was just a whole snipe hunt, man. That's all it was. Which, I mean, it's a whodunit. Like, you're not expected to, like, find the killer and all that stuff right away, but usually the killer's on the radar, but the killer was never there to be found to begin with, aside from the few couple interactions or anything like that. So it just kind of made everything else like a little bit of a weird dance around that in the long run. It furthered the characters, furthered the story itself, but it didn't really further the mystery at all. At all. All it did was absolve everybody else of what was going on. But yeah, that's my only hang up with it so far. But, you know, I'm glad we're seeing some traction with Yolanda right there. And I really just hope I don't know, man. Her family needs some kind of fucking wake-up call. And so does Rick, for that matter. And hopefully this snaps Yolanda out of the stuff that she's been going through and kind of forcing on to Courtney and Cindy and everybody else as well. Because she's, like I called out before, she's being her mother to everybody else around her right now. So we got to get that fixed. And Zeke, with his mighty, mighty wisdom, may have fixed Thunderbolt. I don't know, baby. I hope. Because, my God, I'm tired of that stupid genie fucking up all these stupid wishes. Because he's just like a time waster and he's not helping a damn thing. And it's just like, I'm going to smack you around if he comes up again. But yeah, man, enjoy the episode. Enjoy the shade. Love the shade. Every time we get shade, I love some shade, man. Love him. Love this iteration of him. Just the sassy confidence and the snubbery in every line of dialogue and just the dapper like look that he's got, man. I love it. I love him. I love him. I like this shade, man. Yeah, man, another thing too is Courtney needs to get out of this rut. And I hope that helping Jade might help with this as well. So yeah. So it seems like, yeah, they were treating her brother. There's got to be more to that going on though. But like, yeah, he's got to be contained. Apparently where she can't control her light, he can't control his darkness. So see where that goes. Guys, what do you think of the episode? How do you feel about the whole, them just dumping all of the Infinity Inc. stuff here with Dr. Bones, the whole organization, the Institute and stuff, her brother, Jenny, all that stuff, all just right here, slap dab in the middle of the season without any setup. How do you feel about Yolanda's story, about Rick, everything that's going on? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that on my social description box below. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can share it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends, Manny Sheriff, Philly Vane, Yori Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Angriano, Raven McCann, Status Alive, Jeffrey Hale, and M. Sephiroth. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.